You meet up with Karth.
He's a gay retard.
Shut up. You meet up with Karth.
No, I'll not be silenced.
You take an escape pod to the surface. You knock yourself out, and you have a really fucking weird dream about some space map. You wake up, Karth is like, oh, you're knocked out pretty bad. And then he says the best line in that game about the Force. They say the Force can do terrible things to someone's mind, wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. So your goal on Taris is find Bastila. So you get out there, and of course, the planet is now completely under Sith control. They've killed the planet.
Pod racing.
They've killed the planetary governor, and they've pretty much taken over. So you make your way to the Undercity, and there's a gang war going on. And you go to the one gang led by the blind guy. I think they're called the Hidden Becks.
Yes, that's right.
And he's like, well, they're auctioning off your Jedi as a prize for winning this swoop race. I need you to go break into the Black Vulca compound because they fucking stole my prototype swoop thing, which is totally not racing at all. He's like, all right, I lied. You gotta race now. So you race.
Can he race?
And the leader of the Black Vulcars comes out and says, those are cheating! They stole that illegal device! And you're like, Brezhnik, you're a fucking asshole! Bastila then frees herself from the thing that she was in, and you and her beat up the guys. And then she's like, oh, so you think you've won me? Oh, he's like, but I'm the Republic. We gotta get back to Karth. Ah, fuck, I forgot about two of the most important characters during this. All right, backtracking a little bit. In order to find the Hidden Becks, you run into a 14-year-old Twi'lek and her big buddy Zalbar, the big old Wookiee, and they join your party to help you find her.
He's okay.
Right, he's pretty cool.
Get up to Zalbar's story. I need to tell you what I did to him.
Oh, God, no. So anyway, you do that, and now it's like, all right, we got to get off terrorists. And then you meet possibly the coolest character out of the entire series, Canderous Ordo. And he's a Mandalorian. And he's like, hey, I work for Davik Kang, the local exchange boss. He's got a ship we can steal. First, we need to break into the planetary governor's compound and steal the blockade.
The ability to get off the planet.
Yeah, they had codes so we can sneak past the ship. Meanwhile, cuts to Malak. Malak's talking with Admiral Karath, and he says, all right, the search is taking too long for Bastila. We can't risk her escaping the planet. Destroy it. And Admiral Karath is like, you sure you want to do that? There's billions of people on the planet, and our own men are still on the surface. Malak's like, fuck it. Kill them all. And if you ask me a question that's stupid again, I'll kill you. So,
Christ.
Get to the exchange hideout. Davik Kang is there, and he's pretty much space Robert De Niro. And he's got his bounty hunter bodyguard, Calo Nord, voiced by the guy who did the voiceovers for Modern Marvels.
Also Commander Shepard.
Yep.
That's the most important part.
So you break out, you go to steal a ship, which is called the Ebon Hawk, and the Sith start their bombardment of the planet. As soon as you get to the Ebon Hawk, Davik and Calo show up at the same time. Calo's like, you fucking trying to rob me. You kill Davik. Calo Nord is like, not so fast, I've got a hand grenade. And then he gets crushed by part of the ceiling. And you escape. So you escape, you get past the Sith blockade. Bastila's like, all right, let's go to Dantooine because we need to link up with the Jedi. You go to Dantooine, you have another weird dream about there being a space map on the planet. Bastila has the exact same fucking dream that you have. And she's like, oh, let's go talk to the Jedi Council. You go talk to the Council, and the Council makes some pretty heavy, hey, it's not a good idea to train this guy, hint, 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 hint. And they're like, all right, well, you have the Force. We'll train you as a Jedi. You train as a Jedi. You find out you have a Force bond with Bastila. So you do a bunch of shit, kill some Mandalorian raiding parties on the planet. You
kill some not Mandalorian raiding parties on the planet.
Your first task is to pass the Jedi trials to become a Jedi. There's some darkness in the Sacred Grove. You go there. The cat lady, her name's Juhani.
I killed her.
Dark side. You can kill her, or you can spare her. If you spare her, she joins your party. So the canonical route is you spare her, and she joins your party when the planet's over. So you deal with that, and then they're like, all right, well, there's this ancient bunker on the other side of the Jedi Enclave that Revan and Malak visited, and we're tasking you to deal with Revan and Malak. Go there and see what they find. So you go there, and there's a bunch of ancient droids that were built by a precursor race called the...
And they speak Sandman.
They speak Sandman. They speak a whole bunch of languages, and you identify one of the languages
as Sand People.
No,
No, they speak Span people. No, they
do
speak
speak-
Spellcath.
they speak both, but you can only identify Selkath. So you do their weird tests, and there's a map there to something hidden in the unknown regions. And Bastin was like, oh, this must be what Revan and Malak were looking for. Let's go report our findings to the council. The council's like, all right, well, we give you permission to go across the galaxy and find the rest of these maps. And then, I don't know how I didn't figure it out when I first played the game. One of them there says, be careful on your search for these maps. It may lead you down a path all too familiar. So you do that, cut back to Darth Malak. Malak is on his Star Destroyer. Admiral Kareth is like, sir, they escaped the system. We don't know how they did, but we have someone here who can figure out where they went. Enter Calo Nord.
World's greatest bounty hunter.
Somehow survived and got off the planet. And he's like, I'll find him, Malak. Don't worry. So from this point, they can either go to Tatooine, Dantooine, Korriban, the home of the Sith, Manan.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, Kashyyyk's a good planet.
I definitely wasn't an asshole there.
So you land on Kashyyyk. Zalbar gets arrested.
Immediately.
Immediately arrested. They call him Mad Claw. So he gets arrested, and you find out that the Zerka Corporation owns Kashyyyk. Zerka Corporation is pretty much Walmart in space, but they're aligned with the Sith. You go to Kachiro Village. Zalbar's brother is the chieftain, and he's an asshole. He sells his own people to the slavers, and he gives you a mission. He's like, all right, well, if you want to get off this planet, we need you to deal with something in the Shadowlands. So you go to the Shadowlands. Calo Nord is there.
He's
And
having a campfire with some Wookiees. He's like,
This is
oh,
the-
okay.
He's like, oh, I'm Calo Nord. I'm going to fuck you up. And you're like, Calo Nord? What? So you kill Calo Nord.
Then you choke him out.
Yep. And you get to the place where you have to, deal with that problem. It's another Wookiee. It's an old Wookiee. So you fight him.
He's like, oh,
And
man.
he's like, hey, I'm Zalbar. And what was his brother's name? Chundar?
A Chungus.
It was Zalbar and Chundar's father. I was the original
Zanzibar.
chieftain. Yeah, Zanzibar, whatever. I was the original chieftain, and Chundar forced me out. At this point, you can either kill him or side with him. Light side option is side with him. He has you go hunt down a dark side beast called a Torrent Attack because it has a piece of Baka's sword in it. So you do that. You build the sword back. You go up with his father to deal with his brother. You fight his brother. Zerka's being forced off the planet. That's good. You go back into the Shadowlands and you find an ancient computer that has the star map that you're looking for. And the computer starts talking to you like you've been there before. You pass a short little test. It just asks you questions about what you would do, light side, dark side. The canonical route to go is the light side. Then you have to have a fight. If you do all the dark side answers, it just unlocks the terminal for you. You get the star map and you can go to another planet. We'll go
Let me tell you what happened in my
Okay.
Kashyyyk adventure quick.
Ryan will tell you what he did to Kashyyyk.
So, instead of going and helping Zanzibar and his dad, I beat the shit out of his dad. I let him live, because he was okay. I got the star map before I went and did anything. And I just left. Zanzibar is still in prison.
Yep, he loves Zanzibar.
His dad is just wondering where I went. And, yeah.